Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1258 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for November 28th, 2024. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1258. I'm gonna start with the word spare. Okay, all of the 5 letters are grey, so let's guess another word with 5 new letters. For example, cloth. Or I can try count, because that makes use of more vowels. I wanna guess 2 more vowels, and of course C, N, and T are commonly used consonants, so let's guess count. Not bad. Placed the C as the first letter, and I also know that O is another letter which goes somewhere else in this word. Now, it could still be a double consonant, CH or CL. It could be CHO or CLO, or it could be CI, but less likely. Because if a vowel has to go after C, they're more likely to be A, U, or O. E and I are less common, but there are words like that also. CY is also possible, but not that common. And clock is a word that I see. Repeats the C, but it might actually be the Wordle answer. And I'm not sure I'll be able to use the I as well, unless it's OI something. Choil, or however this is pronounced. I think it's a word, but I'm not sure about that, so let's just get clock and see what happens. Okay, it's C something OCK. Chalk. And that is today's Wordle answer. Alright. So yeah. I wasn't too sure about this word, so when I guessed clock, I didn't really consider about chalk, because again, I wasn't sure. Definitely don't see this word often, so yeah. Anyway, got today's Wordle answer in 4 tries. Not a bad performance, so I'll take that. It's really not bad. Okay, so yeah. Didn't use any elimination strategies, I just made my guesses based on the previous clues, and I managed to eliminate enough commonly used consonants and vowels in the first 2 guesses, so that I can figure out the double consonant O and then double consonant. I could figure out this pattern. So yeah, got today's Wordle answer chalk in 4 tries. This is Wordle number 1258. After I'm done with this, let's move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is November 28th, 2024. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. Okay, these ones point down and this cell sees another one. So in block 9, the digit 1 is forced into this cell. Sorry, I meant the 1, not the 2. These ones force the digit 1 into one of these 2 cells in block 8, into one of these 2 cells in block 4, and into one of these 2 cells in block 2. The missing digits of block 6 are 3, 7, and 9. This 9 forces 9 into this cell, and this will also see 7. So I can place these 3 digits like so to complete block 6. These 9s points left, and this cell sees another 9. These 7s points up. These 3s points left, and these 3s points up. We also have 6 and 8 in column 9 pointing up. So, okay, let's just mark that down. I've also got this 8 over here pointing to the right. So 8 goes into one of these 2 cells, and 6 goes into one of these 4 cells. And you might have noticed that in block 3, there's actually a 3, 6, 7, 8 quad. So what this means is that In block 3, the digits 3, 6, 7, and 8 are missing, and they cannot go into these 3 cells because all of these 3 cells here see 3, 6, 7, and 8 in the same column. So in order to fit these 4 digits into block 3, I have to make the other 4 open cells reserved for these 4 digits, right? Because all 4 of the digits, 3, 6, 7, and 8, these digits can only go into these 4 cells. So in order to fit all of them into block 3, I have to make these 4 cells reserved for 3, 6, 7, and 8. So this 3, 6, 7, 8 quad eliminates all other digits from these 4 cells, which makes the other 3 open cells in block 3 a 2, 4, 9 triple. This cell sees 4, so it's 2, 9, 2, 4, 9, and this cell sees 2, so it's 4 or 9. This 2, 4, 9 triple means that this is the only other missing digits of this column, 5. Or, I could have simply said that these 5s point down to force the digit 5 into this cell in block 9. So yeah. You could have done this totally the different way around. Okay? You could have just placed the 5. You could have placed the 5 first, and then find the 249 triple based on column 9. This 249 triple exists because of column 9. And then use this 249 triple to show that the other 4 open cells in block 3 can only contain 3, 6, 7, and 8. So yeah, you could have done it the other way around, but if you see one of them, you're going to see both. I mean, all of them. So yeah, the order doesn't matter. So no need to worry too much about that. And then these 5s force the digit 5 into one of these 2 cells in block 8, and these 2 cells form a 1-5 pair. As you can see in block 8, the digits 1 and 5 are missing, and these 1s and 5s force both 1 and 5 into these 2 cells only. So in order to fit both 1 and 5 into block 8, I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 1 and 5, because both 1 and 5 can only go into these 2 cells in this block. So this 1-5 pair eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells as they are reserved for 1 and 5. This means that the digit 3 in block 8 is forced into one of these 2 cells in row 7 after eliminating 3 from the 1-5 pair. So these 3s point left. Okay, I don't see any other examples for now involving the digits affected by this 1-5 pair, but if I do see one, I'll let you know. Alright, meanwhile, I see that these 2's points right, and this cell sees another 2, so in block 9, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, and these 2's force the digit 2 into this cell in block 5, these 2's points left, and this cell sees another 2. Okay, this 9 points down, and this 9 points right, to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 9, and then these 9's force the digit 9 into this cell in block 8. Now, the missing digits of block 9 are 4, 6, and 8. This cell sees 4, so it's 6, 8, 4, 6, 8, and this cell sees 6, so it's 4, 8. The missing digits of row 8 are 4, 7, and 8. 4, 7, 8, 4, 7, 8 as well. Okay, I'll explain why this cell cannot be an 8. As you can see, in row 7, 8 is a missing digit. This cell sees 8, so 8 cannot go into this cell, but it's still missing from row 7. Meaning that in row 7, the digit 8 is guaranteed into one of these 3 cells. And because of that, I can eliminate 8 from this cell. Right? Because in row 7, 8 is forced into one of these 3 cells which eliminate 8 from this cell. Another way to think about this is that if I put an 8 here, if this was an 8, then where does 8 go in row 7? The answer is nowhere. I would have broken the puzzle if I put 8 here, because it breaks row 7. So this cell cannot be an 8 for more than one reason. So yeah. Anyway, the cell can only be 4 or 7. The 6 points up and the 6 points left to force the digit 6 into column 5 in block 5. This 6 points up and the 6 points left. So in block 1, the digit 6 is forced into row 1, which eliminates 6 from these two cells, because there's already 6 in row 1. So no other open cell in row 1 can contain 6. Which means that 6 in block 3 is forced into one of these two cells. What else? Let me see. These 5s points up and the cell sees another 5. Hmm. Okay, this 4 points down and this 4 points left. So in block 5, the digit 4 is forced into column 6. And then these 4s points down. And 4, of course, cannot go into the 1-5 pair. These 5s force the digit 5 into one of these two cells in block 5. Hmm. Okay, I might have to fill out some more restricted rows or columns, because I'm really not seeing much to go on here. So I do see that um in block 3, the digit 8 is forced into row 1. So 8's here, with this 8, force the digit 8 into one of these two cells in block 2. Oh, that actually does something. Yeah, I missed this. In column 4, 8 is a missing digit. The cell sees 8 from block 3. Remember that the digit 8 in block 3 is forced into row 1, so no other open cell in row 1 can contain 8, because it sees 8 from one of these two cells that are both in row 1. So this cell cannot contain 8, this cell sees 8, and this cell also cannot contain 8 because it's a part of the 1-5 pair. So in column 4, the digit 8 is forced into one of these two cells, and these two cells form a 4-8 pair. Oh, but I've eliminated 8 from this cell, right? Because earlier I've talked about this. If this is an 8, then there would be no value for... I mean, there would not be an available cell for 8 in row 7. Or another way to think about this is because this cell sees 8, so in row 7, 8 is guaranteed into one of these 3 cells, which eliminates 8 from this cell. But anyway, I've eliminated 8 from this cell, and 8 cannot go in any of these 4 cells, which leaves only one open cell available for 8 in this column, but it's still missing in column 4. So in this column, the digit 8 is forced into this cell, because 8 cannot go into any other open cell in this column, and this is the only cell available for 8 in column 4. So I must make this an 8. Yeah, somehow I missed this, I missed that 8 in block 3 had to go in row 1, so that actually affected the placement of 8 in column 4. Okay, and then 3, 4, and 7 are the missing digits of row 7. Okay, in column 4, the missing digits are 1, 4, 5, and 7. The cell sees 1 and 4, so it's 5 or 7. The cell sees 4, so it's 1, 5, 7. And now, in column 4, these two cells see 4, and this cell also cannot contain 4, because I cannot put 4 in the 1, 5 pair. So in column 4, the digit 4 is forced into this cell, which eliminates 4 from this cell, and now in row 7, 4 must go into this cell, as it can only go into this cell in this row. Okay, and then 7 and 8 are the missing digits of row 8. This cell C7, so it must be an 8, making this cell a 7. 3 and 8 are the missing digits of block 7. Okay, the missing digits of block 9 are 4 and 6, but this cell sees a 4. So I can make this 6 and 4 this way. This 6 makes this a 7, this an 8, this a 3, and this a 6 based on the markings. Okay, 7 in this cell is now eliminated. So for column 4, this cell now sees 1 and 7, so it must be a 5, making this cell a 1, this a 5, this is a 7 to complete column 4. Okay, now the digit 1 in block 2 is forced into this cell, and this one points down, with this one pointing left. The digit 1 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells, and these two cells form a 1-6 pair. As you can see in block 5, the digits 1 and 6 are missing, and these 1s and 6s force both 1 and 6 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 1 and 6 into block 5, I have to make these two cells reserved for 1 and 6, because both of them can only go into these two cells. So this 1-6 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells because they are reserved for 1 and 6. So that means 5 can no longer go into this cell. After eliminating 5 from this 1-6 pair, I can force the digit 5 into this cell in block 5. And then the other open cells in block 5 contain the other missing digits of block 5, 4, 7, and 8. This cell sees 8, so it's 4, 7, 4, 7, 8, and this cell is 7 or 8 because it sees 4. The missing digits of block 2 are 3, 8, and 9. 3, 9, 3, 8, 9, 3, 8, 9. Oh, but this cell sees 9, sorry. This cell now sees a 5, so all of these 5s force the digit 5 into this cell in block 1. The missing digits of row 1 are 2, 6, and 9. This cell sees 2 and 9, so I must make this a 6, leaving behind a 2, 9 pair in this row. These 6s force the digit 6 into one of these two cells in block 4. This cell is 3, 4, or 9 for row 3. In column 3, the missing digits are 1, 3, and 7. This cell sees 1, so it's 3 or 7. This cell sees 3 and 7. Okay, so this must be a 1, and 3 and 7 go into the other two open cells in this column. Oh, but actually, this cell also sees a 3, so I can make a 7 and 3 in these two cells this way to complete this column. This 7 makes this a 4. And then these 4s points left, making these two cells a 3, 4 pair. in order to fit both 3 and 4 into block 4, which makes the other 4 open cells in block 4 contain 2, 6, 8, and 9. Okay, this cell now sees a 6, so in this 1, 6 pair, I can resolve it by placing the 6 and 1 like this. Oh wait, sorry, I missed this 8. I should have never marked 8 in these two cells, so in row 6, I can complete it by placing the 6 and 9 this way because of this 6, and 9 is eliminated from this cell. So these two cells form a 3, 4 pair, eliminating 3 from this cell, making this cell an 8, this a 3, this a 4, this a 3, this a 4, this a 9, this a 2, this a 4, based on the markings I've done. This a 9. This cell now sees 8, so I can make this 2, 8. To complete column 1 and 2, this is a 7 and 2, 3 to complete this row, 8, 9, 7, 8, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times hard Sudoku in 17 minutes and a half. 17 and a half minutes. So yeah, I would say this is just the right difficulty, I would say. Mostly straightforward. I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So I would say towards the beginning, the 3, 6, 7, 8 quad in block 3, which also formed the 2, 4, 9 triple, and I could complete all other open cells in column 9. Or you could do it the other way around. First place the 3, 1, and 5 in column 9, and find the 2, 4, 9 triple to make up the missing digits of this column, and then the 3, 6, 7, 8 quad in block 3. Both ways work. The order doesn't matter. If you find one of them, you're gonna find all. So yeah, don't worry too much about the order. And then I feel like the 1, 5 pair in block 8 definitely helped. The 1, 5 pair in block 8. And then, don't forget about the placement of 8 in block 3. The fact that 8 in block 3 is forced into row 1 limited the placement of 8 in column 4 and actually forced 8 into this cell for the column and followed by the 4. So yeah, don't miss these. And towards the end, some pairs, like the 1, 6 pair in block 5 and the 3, 4 pair in column 1 also helped. So yeah, I feel like these were the key spots for this Sudoku puzzle. If you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you, as I can't ensure that I've recorded every key spot in this Sudoku puzzle, but hopefully this video helped. Today is November 28th, 2024. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1258 and New York Times hard Sudoku for today. See you all in tomorrow's video. Bye!